millions worldwide. It's a fascinating case study in the world of cryptocurrency, blending accessibility with a healthy dose of speculation. It's an app you might have on your phone, perhaps nestled amongst your social media, your news feeds, quietly running in the background next to your games and utilities, almost unnoticed, yet constantly accumulating potential value. It promises a simple, almost effortless way to mine cryptocurrency, a concept that usually involves complex algorithms and powerful computers. All you have to do is just tap a button once a day, a minimal commitment for a potentially significant reward. There's no fancy hardware or technical know-how required, making it accessible to anyone with a smartphone. It's crypto mining for the masses. Pi's pitch is irresistible, especially to those who feel left out of the crypto revolution. It's crypto for everyone, not just the tech elite, democratizing access to digital currency in a way that few other projects have managed. Millions have joined the Pi network, a testament to its appealing simplicity and the allure of potential riches. They're tapping daily, diligently accumulating Pi coins, driven by the hope of future value. They're hoping their Pi coins will one day be worth something, transforming their small daily effort into a substantial gain. But here's the catch, the crucial detail that separates Pi network from established cryptocurrencies. Right now, Pi is stuck in a closed system, a digital walled garden where its value remains theoretical. You can't trade it on exchanges like Bitcoin or Ethereum, spend it at your local store, or cash it out for traditional currency. Its real-world utility is currently non-existent. It's like holding a lottery ticket, full of potential but lacking any guaranteed payout. It's a lottery ticket for a draw that never seems to arrive, a perpetual state of anticipation. For believers, this is a ground floor opportunity, a chance to get in before the masses. It's a chance to get in early on the next big thing, potentially reaping the rewards of early adoption. Critics, though, see a pointless exercise, a waste of time and phone battery. Some even suspect a data harvesting scheme, questioning the true purpose behind the app's constant activity. They point out that after years of daily tapping, Pi coins are still just numbers on a screen, with no tangible value outside the app. It's like being promised a lifetime supply of chocolate, a tantalizing prospect that keeps you hooked. But the factory hasn't been built yet, leaving you with nothing but the promise of future sweetness. So, you have two camps, sharply divided in their assessment of Pi Network's potential. On one side, you have the hopeful tappers, diligently clicking each day, fueled by optimism, and on the other, the skeptical onlookers, watching with a mixture of amusement and concern. And in the middle, millions wondering, caught between hope and doubt, unsure of what the future holds. They're wondering if they're holding the future of money, a revolutionary new currency that will reshape the global economy. Or just a digital screensaver, a harmless but ultimately pointless distraction on their phones. The Pi network is a global experiment in hope, hype, and the power of community, a fascinating blend of technological innovation and human psychology. Will it pay off in the end, delivering on its promise of accessible cryptocurrency? No one knows for sure. The future of Pi Network remains uncertain. But for now, the world is watching, eager to see if this ambitious experiment will succeed or fade away. Enter Binance, a name synonymous with cryptocurrency itself. It's the Godzilla of crypto exchanges, a behemoth that towers over the digital financial landscape. We're talking about a platform that has redefined how the world trades and interacts with digital assets. If the crypto world were a high school, Binance would be the jock who owns the cafeteria, dictates the dress code, and sets the rules for everyone else. It's the undisputed leader, the one everyone looks to. It's the largest exchange on the planet, a truly global entity with tentacles reaching every corner of the digital world. It's moving billions daily, facilitating countless transactions and shaping the very fabric of the crypto economy. A coin listed on Binance gets instant credibility, a stamp of approval that can make or break a project. It unleashes a tidal wave of attention, a surge of trading volume, and a level of exposure that most projects can only dream of. Conversely, being delisted can be a death sentence for any project, a swift and brutal end to its ambitions. Binance doesn't just follow the market, it's not a passive observer, it shapes it, molds it, and influences its direction with every decision it makes. At the helm is the CEO, once Changpeng Zhao, a visionary leader who built the empire from the ground up. Now Richard Teng, each wielding enormous influence, guiding the ship through the turbulent waters of the crypto market. A single comment from the Binance CEO can send shockwaves through the market, triggering rallies or sparking sell-offs with just a few words. Binance is the gatekeeper, controlling access to the vast and lucrative world of cryptocurrency. It's the kingmaker, deciding which projects thrive and which ones fade into obscurity. On the other side is Pi Network, a project with a very different story. It's a grassroots project with millions of users, a testament to the power of community and the potential of decentralized technology. But as of now, it has no market value, existing in a realm separate from the established crypto exchanges. For years, these two worlds never crossed paths, existing in completely separate orbits. The idea of Binance's CEO even mentioning Pi seemed laughable, a far-fetched fantasy. But then, unexpectedly, against all odds, it happened. The impossible became reality. The crypto world took notice, buzzing with speculation and intrigue, and the Pi community went wild, erupting in a frenzy of excitement and anticipation. So what did the Binance CEO actually say about Pi Network? During a recent AMA, someone asked, "Will Binance list Pi?" The CEO didn't say yes, but he didn't say no. He acknowledged Pi's massive active user base and said that's a factor Binance considers. He outlined the usual criteria: strong community, real product, solid tech. He didn't dismiss Pi as a scam or a joke. Instead he said, "We've noticed you." For Pi holders, this was huge, a sign they couldn't be ignored. It wasn't a promise, but it was validation. Suddenly Pi was on the radar of the biggest player in crypto, and that changed everything. Why did this matter so much to Pi holders? For years, they've been told their coins are worthless, their efforts pointless. Now the CEO of Binance, the ultimate gatekeeper, acknowledged their existence. That's a massive dose of external validation. It's harder to call Pi a scam when Binance is watching. The comment gave Pi holders hope, and a clear goal: launch the open mainnet, prove the tech, and show real-world use. It's no longer just wishful thinking, there's a roadmap. The Pi community now has a target to aim for. The project needs to move from tapping to real transactions. For the first time, the destination feels real. The bubble of isolation has been pierced, and the world is paying attention. Let's break it down. Sometimes the most complex ideas are best understood through simple analogies. We're going to use a familiar scenario to illustrate a key concept. With a lemonade stand analogy, think of it as a miniature business, a venture that many of us can relate to from our childhood. Imagine you and your friends are starting this lemonade stand together. You're a team, pooling your resources and ideas. To build initial interest, you decide to give away lemonade tokens. These tokens represent a promise of future value. You offer these tokens to anyone who joins your club, your exclusive group of lemonade enthusiasts. But there's a catch. To get a token, they have to say a secret password, adding an element of exclusivity and fun. Word spreads like wildfire, and millions join, eager to be part of this exciting new club. People are collecting these tokens, accumulating them with the hope that they'll be worth something someday, tokens that can't buy anything yet. Of course, critics laugh, dismissing the tokens as worthless and the whole venture as a childish game. But you and your friends are undeterred, and you keep building your club, focusing on creating a strong foundation. You're dreaming of the day your tokens have real value, a day when they can be exchanged for something tangible. Now imagine the CEO of the biggest supermarket chain in the world takes notice and says, "We're watching that lemonade club very closely. We're intrigued by their growing popularity and innovative approach." He continues, "If they can actually make real lemonade and it's of good quality, we'd seriously consider putting it on our shelves, giving them access to our vast customer base." He didn't promise anything concrete, making no firm commitments. But he acknowledged your club's impressive size and its untapped potential, giving it a significant boost in credibility. Suddenly, your tokens feel a lot more real, a lot more valuable. The possibility of them being used for something tangible is now within reach. That's essentially what happened with Pi and Binance. It's a similar dynamic at play. The CEO's words, even without a formal agreement, gave a significant boost of legitimacy to the Pi Network project. The community now has a stronger reason to believe in the project's future and its potential for success. Of course, it's not a guarantee of success. There are still many hurdles to overcome, but it's a glimmer of hope, a sign that the project is moving in the right direction. The path from a small, relatively unknown project to the big leagues of the cryptocurrency world is now visible, even if it's still a long and challenging road. And that changes everything, shifting the perception and potential of the entire project. Why did the Binance CEO even bother to comment on Pi? He could have ignored it, but he didn't. The answer is simple. Business. Pi's massive user base is a potential goldmine for trading fees. By signaling openness, Binance positions itself to capture millions of future users. It's also smart PR, showing Binance listens to the community, not just the crypto elite. Plus, Pi's approach is novel mobile-first mining, huge user base, and a delayed launch. If Pi succeeds, Binance wants to be first in line. If it fails, the CEO loses nothing. It's a low-risk, high-reward move. So, what's next? The Pi team now has public benchmarks. Launch the open mainnet, prove the tech, and get users verified. The CEO's comments could speed up development and transparency. For users, it's a shot of optimism. Expect more activity and KYC completions. But beware, hype can breed unrealistic expectations and scams. The community must stay vigilant. If Pi delivers, a real secure blockchain and a working economy, this could be the turning point. If not, it's just another crypto footnote. The stakes are higher than ever. The world is watching Pi's next move, and the pressure is on. If you're holding Pi, what should you do? First, stay calm. Nothing fundamental has changed yet. The coins aren't tradable, and the mainnet isn't live. Treat the CEO's words as encouragement, not a guarantee. Second, be productive. Complete your KYC, participate in the ecosystem, and help build a real economy. Third, protect yourself. Scammers will try to exploit the hype. Never share your private info or send money to strangers. Always verify news with official sources. Finally, keep learning. Whether Pi succeeds or fails, you're gaining valuable experience in crypto. See this as an education, not just a lottery ticket. If Pi pays off, great. If not, you've still learned something important. Stay engaged, stay smart, and don't get swept away by hype. The journey is just as valuable as the destination, and the story isn't over yet. So, where does this leave us? Pi Network is a global experiment in hope and community. The Binance CEO's nod didn't change the reality, but it fueled the dream. In crypto, community is everything, a force that can't be ignored. The CEO recognized that millions of engaged users are a powerful asset. For Pi holders, the challenge is to balance hope with realism. The road ahead is long and uncertain, but for the first time there's a real sign the world is watching. If Pi delivers, this could be a turning point. If not, it's still a fascinating chapter in crypto history. For now, keep tapping, keep building, and keep learning. The curtain hasn't risen yet, but the stage is set.